you down. When I fall off, it be a while I'm putting you down. When I fall off, it be a while I'm putting you down. Put you down, put you down, put you down.
Welcome back to another episode of PYDcast on the podcast with a white man, the big fella Ross big. Y'all already know who I'm in here with my brother, my guys. I don't go. LJJ Leland. We got a special guest in the building tonight, man. My dog. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
It's your boy Onelove, man. Coming live from Belize, man. Straight from the ATL. You know how we do it, man. Representing all the positive folks out here.
Onelove. I don't know why I want to say that.
It's just a territory, bro. Come with it, bro.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Mind, body, spirit, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm blessed. I appreciate y'all for allowing me in the space, you know what I mean? Thank y'all for real, man.
Sure, appreciate you.
How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good. Likewise, blessed, brother. You know how it is, man. Another day above water.
You rocking. Amen. You rocking. Hey, man, I'm Christian first, but, you know what I mean? When we overseas, you see how you call it, you know what I mean? We can't let them know what we do in the personals, you know what I mean?
He's at first. Yeah.
What you do, bro?
Well, right now, you know what I mean, I'm a humanitarian first, you know what I mean, and I serve Christ first, you know what I mean? That's my main goal, you know what I mean? If every day that I'm allowed to breathe, you know what I mean, I just give it back to God for real, because it's a lot of times where I wasn't able to make it, you know what I mean? A lot of hospital visits, a lot of times where I thought, oh, God, please, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So it be those moments where, you know what I mean, people want to call on God, but forget the moments where you actually straight, you know what I mean? You still call on him, you know what I mean? Still vibe with him, so that's the first and foremost. But on the worldly tip, you know what I mean, what we push out is Love Village Records, you know what I mean? That's my label. That's the brand I pretty much was blessed to be given with, you know what I mean, and during the pandemic. And just my trusted people around me, my advisors around me helped me kind of just visualize that with just the love, you know what I mean, that I was receiving just from, like, I've been doing this music thing for like 10 plus years, bro, as an artist, you know what I mean? And before, I was just out here doing open mics, trying to sell tickets, trying to get on this showcase, trying to pay this bread for this showcase and that showcase, you know what I mean? So as the pandemic happened, niggas really had to sit down for real, because I was like a real trying time for real, because I was going through a not guilty case, you know what I mean? I say not guilty because in the midst of it, everybody around me didn't think it was not guilty because it was a DUI case. And on the south side, when you on the south side, they be trying to get black folk over anything.
You know.
Anything. You know what I mean? So once I went through that, you know what I mean, and I stood on really what I said from the jump, you know what I mean, on camera, in front of the cop, not guilty, you know what I mean, went through the whole case, went through numerous plea deals, they was trying to scare you, boy, you know what I mean, but I told him, I was like, the jury it's in the jury hands and it's in God's hands.
So is the case still over?
Oh no, it's over with. It was not guilty, you know what I mean?
No,
I got my L's back 2021, we've been hitting the ground running, Love Village Records.
That's crazy, bro, because I got caught up in a similar situation, but they ain't take my license or nothing.
They took my license, bro, yeah. It's because I refused to breathalyze it, and I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. They told me in Georgia when you sign up for your driver's license, you pretty much agreeing to take the breathalyzer. You know what I mean? So when you deny it, they pretty much call DDS. They be like, hey. And I realized DDS a whole other entity, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So when you navigate with them, you deal directly with them, you know what I mean? The direct businesses, just like the police, they a business, you know what I mean? So you're dealing directly with them. And so everything else is like subsidiaries, and they just kind of partner with all these different things, you know what I mean? Police got insurance too.
Oh yeah.
For sure. So you say you've been doing music for 10 plus years?
Yeah.
What made you jump into that field?
Man, high school, really and truly, my older brother, his name, I call him Black Jesus. You know, his name Justice. But he pretty much, when I was younger, he built a studio in our crib, you know what I mean, in our garage. And I was always a fan of music, you know what I mean? Of course, reggae, hip hop, R&B, classic joints, you know what I mean? My parents are way older, they in their 60s, you know what I mean? So I got 4 older brothers, you know what I mean? So my influences is niggas who are already almost 40, you know what I mean? And I'm 29 right now, so like, you know what I mean? I've always had older influences and whatnot, so, and of course, with my parents, you know what I mean, moving around before I was even born for real. My older brothers was born in Cali, New York, and I'm the only one born in Georgia for real. So it was like, you know what I mean? I got all these different influences to where, you know, once the music aspect came about, it was just more so like what I gravitated towards. And it was a lot of, you know what I mean, of course, just being born here, it was a lot of Gucci. A lot of Gucci in middle school.
A whole lot of Gucci.
A lot of Gucci, bro. I was not Team Jeezy back then. I was not at all. At all. You know what I mean? So it was that. And then when Walker came out, he had our middle school on lock. You know what I mean? When Soulja Boy came out, I had middle school on lock.
That'd be Draco.
You know what I mean? It was like, so when Soulja Boy be saying some of the stuff he be saying, I remember in middle school, you know what I mean, a lot of the folks who knew what vape was and didn't even have the money to get no vape, you know what I mean? Or even had those shades on before Kanye for real, you know what I mean? So it was really those influences, and then the up top influences from my older brothers, like the likes of like Wu-Tang and the Lox and Jay-Z and Mos Def, and just a lot of Busta Rhymes too, you know what I mean? Just I remember being a kid watching those videos with them, you know what I mean? 106 in Park, Rap City, all the stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I was engulfed. So I just thank my older brother for real, because once he built that studio and he was in the studio with his partner, you know what I mean, going in for hours, and my mom wouldn't want me to be in there because they were smoking, you know what I mean? So she wouldn't really want me to be in there, but I didn't realize how it was influencing me until I got older, and how, you know what I mean, sometimes we don't even realize what we influenced by because it be hitting our subconscious without us even really knowing for real. You know what I mean? And I really just thank him for that for real, because it was a cool environment to learn that for real.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Do you know your first song that you ever recorded?
My first song I ever recorded. Are we talking like on the actual mic for real?
So what, you was on BandLab on the phone?
Bro, I remember.
Set tape joint?
Nah, it was on the you know how you can record your voice on the phone?
Facts.
So boom. It was like the summer going into my senior year. I'm like 17, right? I'm out there in Texas visiting some family or whatnot. And so this is like the first time I really started like just freestyling, like just, you know what I mean? Cause he was putting me on like these different artists and stuff like that. Ab-Soul and Childish Gambino early, like, you know what I mean? This is like 2011, 2012 type shit, you know what I mean? So it can curse, I'm not cursing. Yeah. All right. You know what I mean? I'm Christian, I ain't perfect, you know what I mean? So,
amen.
So, yeah, I remember literally like that was when I started like writing for real. So I would find the instrumentals to like my favorite songs, you know what I mean, at the time, like on YouTube. So I remember Meek Mill Amen was out at that time, and I literally take the instrumental, write to the instrumental with the hook, you know what I mean, with Meek Mill still on the hook or whatnot, and just write. And just different songs, just write. And then literally I go to the phone and just rap it, you know what I mean? And try it and rap it. And then eventually when I came back to school, like that senior year, somehow I think it was just that frequency I was on. Now I noticed that there was people in school that rap. Yeah. And I'm like, what is going on? Y'all rap too? Like niggas on the bus, like rapping. Niggas trying to see my rhyme book. They got rhyme books. I'm like, oh snap, that's what's up.
Real raps.
Yeah, bro. It really be like that when you really tap into whatever, something new. You know what I mean? It open your mind up to people who do it too.
No, that's facts. Hey man, what's been going on right now? The big three, that's a hot topic right now. Who is your big three?
We talking all time.
All time. They ain't even got to be active.
All time kind of easy though.
Yeah.
Think so? Versus current.
Yeah. I want to hear y'all's first.
No, you on the spot.
All right. All time.
Go current if it's easy.
Oh, currently,
if that's easy.
Die line.
No, I gotta respect that.
I mean, K-Dot is a fiend for that music stuff, for that rap stuff, bro. I can't even lie, bro.
We doing top 3 artists?
Diabolical, yeah. Bro's diabolical with the metaphors and similes and all types of breaking downs of what he's talking about. You know what I mean? So I gotta give it to Ezra right now. To make a dude apologize before you even respond, I you know what I mean? I can't say, you know what I mean, he's not up there for this generation right now, you know what I mean? I gotta put Drake up there just because of the versatility and the fact that his fan base is way more versatile than any other artist that I've ever seen. You know what I mean? And third.
Tough.
It's tough right now, bro. J. Cole done lost the spot. If I would have said J. Cole, if you had told me a week ago. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard though. It's hard. My sleeper, if he drop a rap album again, Childish Gambino.
Okay.
For sure. That's my sleeper. You know what I mean? That's my top 3
I
right
can see kind of you inside. You feel me? Like some similar
bro.
flows. You feel me? Something like that. I can see that.
I'm telling you, bro. And the fact that he just made a show that really encapsulates, you know what I mean, what it feel like to be an artist in Atlanta.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Whether you just starting or whether you know what I mean.
For sure.
You on for real. He really, really did something special with that.
Definitely.
Does that apology really matter though?
In the terms of rap hacks, no. Nah, he gonna catch whatever come with the consequences, you know what I mean? I think that's just like the way you know, I can't flatter nobody for how they might feel after the fact. But to me personally, as somebody who take the time writing their stuff, bro, if you ain't feel that while you writing it, don't say it on your own platform in front of all the people who done paid to see you say that, you know what I mean, live. Like, don't say that, bro. You know what I mean? You should have kept that to your people, you know what I mean? Personal, you know what I mean? Like, and he made it a moment for real when it didn't even have to be a moment for sure. Real. Right. You know what I mean? When the moment was, are you gonna rap? You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about that for real.
But was this even worthy of an apology though? Was it crazy? Was it bars? Was it some stingers in it? Like, bro, I don't think I heard it.
I ain't gonna lie, I listened to the project a couple times, you know what I mean? Because I'm a fan of J. Cole, like, I've been a fan, you know what I mean? And I just feel like in his catalog and just who he's been as an artist, ain't nobody ever been on some, oh, bro, we gotta smoke this man J. Cole tonight. Like, ain't nobody ever said that. Like, so I don't understand why he would get up after taking the time to make a project like that and be like, oh, it sat with my spirit and I just didn't understand. Y'all, the world want blood. And I'm like, who said that? Like, who said that? Y'all, Kendrick and J. Cole doing something like that, I don't think would create that type of animosity in the real world as Biggie or Tupac did in people's realities, you know what I mean, back then. Now K-Dot and Drake,
that's gonna be tough.
I ain't gonna lie, bro called him a sensitive rapper 10 years ago, bro. And bro's still trying to figure out, you know what I mean, how to get back at him. So I don't know. Drake seemed like the type of rapper that might do something in the streets and hide his hand for real. You know what I mean? Like on some subliminal street stuff.
I can see that. I can see that too.
Like be in Compton for a weekend, like taking pictures by his grandma's house or something like that. Something, I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. The industry stuff be weird, bro. For real.
Fat. When you part of the industry? We had a previous conversation when you signed.
Yeah, at one point when I was younger, at 18, you know what I mean? Like I said, I thought it was a blessing. It was a blessing, you know what I mean? And that's how I look at all my lessons now, you know what I mean, as a blessing, because if I didn't take that jump, I wouldn't have been able to be exposed to the things that I'm able to speak on now, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So it's like, yeah, bad contracts, you know what I mean? You know the story, bad contracts, not seeing the numbers, not getting the opportunities that was promised, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. No weird, crazy now. I ain't get that deep into it, you know what I mean? But no diddler at all. You know what I mean? But it really and truly was, you know what I mean? Like I said, that blessing because I was able to get out 2 years later.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So, and then drop a project right after that.
So did you?
It was a company called Immediate Star. It was a management company that was just now starting in like 2013, 2014. You know what I mean? They was kind of ahead of like trying to create a avenue for artists to be popping on the internet. You know what I mean? Like they was really focused on
digital marketing.
You know what I mean? And really pushing content early, you know what I
For
mean?
sure.
And trying to get me to be a certain character for the content. You know what I mean? They wanted me bro, I had a high top back then. They were trying to make me on some young Fresh Prince stuff, bro. You know what I mean? But I'm glad, you know what I mean? I ain't take that route for real.
No, for sure. Man, we don't want to hear you in them stories.
No,
in them parties. In them all white parties, man.
Bro, thank God, bro. Just discernment, bro. People gotta know, you know what I mean, what their moral compass is before they go into any type of money situation, because that's really what it is. It's really just business, you know what I mean? In any industry, you know what I mean? Like, and people gonna have in any industry what they got going on their off days. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just crazy to me how the music industry is like the forefront of all the, you know what I mean, craziness. You know what I mean? What about the tech people? You know what I mean? What about all the AI people? Like, what about, you know what I mean?
Them the ones getting cloned. Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, like,
we ain't talking about that.
that's what I be thinking
Oh,
about.
no, Bill Gates be kind of in the front of the spotlight sometimes too.
Nah, he definitely did.
He be one of them main characters. Is like this nigga living in the mountain for some kind of reason.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Feel me? He's
Him and Zuckerberg, for sure.
for sure.
But they got a lot of power now, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You said you dropped the project as soon as you got out the deal.
Yeah, I had to, bro. I had that in tuck, man. Dropped it right on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, man. I feel like a lot of rappers getting on from SoundCloud.
It was that era still. That was when I had got signed 2013 November. I had graduated high school that August, you know what I mean? So I went straight to West Georgia with some of the homies I was already rapping with, you know what I mean? So it was literally on some like, bro, let me hold your mic for the week, you know what I mean? And literally just going to my dorm, YouTube beats. That was when I was using YouTube beats, you know what I mean? Just going crazy, bro. And then the homie that was still on the south side, that man was going to Savannah State. And he literally sent it to them because he was in contact with them through Twitter or whatnot. When people were still not just tweeting, they was literally like making contacts and networking through Twitter and stuff like that.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And he sent it to them, and they was really digging it. You know what I mean? Got a call, me walking to my shorty dorm, like stop my tracks right there. I was like, I'm sorry, I gotta go back to my dorm. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, and it was literally like history right after that. Those next 2 years was me trying to serve two masters at once. And I only say that because y'all really talking about this story right now just made me realize the moment when my dad had picked me up from school, was taking me back to the crib. And he was saying, I was showing him the music that I had made or whatnot, and I was telling him about me getting signed and didn't want to do that. And he was just like, all right now, but you know you can't serve two masters at once. And I didn't get that at then. But then I realized, you know, a long time after, you know what I mean, it was really and truly, I can't go full speed into this music thing and be in school seriously, you know what I mean? And I ain't realized that until it happened that way. I ended up losing my financial aid, you know what I mean? Because literally, bro, they flying me out to Cali, you know what I mean, for the weekend, and I gotta go back to class on Monday. I'm not going to class. Damn, bro. I'm going to my dorm, playing 2K and going to sleep. You know what I mean? Like, early, and it took my interest away from it. You know what I mean? Because, of course, growing up, you programs elementary school, middle school, high school, college. You know what I mean? If you playing sports, that's the mindset too. I was a hooper, you know what I mean? So that was the mindset too. Like, okay, all the movies say you going to college. Like, what else you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so once I got into college, I didn't have a set plan of why am I here for real. You know what I mean? I was just, okay, I'm in college, freshman year, wilding. You know what I mean? And then I got signed, and I was really like on campus with their gear on. Like, y'all can't tell me now. I'm in, you know what I mean? Not going to class, not, you know what I mean? So they ended up, my GPA ended up going way down, bro. So I ended up having to, that second year, I ended up tearing my ACL hooping. You know what I mean? I was about to walk on, and I ended up tearing my ACL. And they was pissed off because I was still on contract, and they was talking all this cash-ish about, oh, we trying to get you on these shows, and these shows, we can't even put you on shows, and this, that. Bro, they was cap. They had no show lined up, bro. But I get why they was mad, because I was their investment. You know what I mean? So they like, damn, you done hurt your knee.
Were you the first artist?
Yeah, I was the first hip-hop artist. They had this German shorty, they was trying to vibe out on some R&B, bring her into the States type vibe, you know what I mean? And she had ties out in Germany on some think her brother was on some like America's Got Talent Germany type stuff. But one thing I do regret out of that whole situation was not taking the bait to do battle rap back then. Not to say that I wanted to do battle rap, because even from back then I was like, that's not really my speed, like for real. But it was because of the artist Daylight. She literally put me on a track with that same shorty and put him on a track with that shorty.
Damn.
And it was supposed to be to a point where me and him was supposed to collaborate from back then. But it ended up, you know what I mean, me and them started, you know what I mean, falling out, and I ended up like really retracting back. I ended up leaving school, like I said, losing my financial aid, leaving school, got my ACL right, you know what I mean. As soon as I left school, January 1st, 2015, was out of surgery, you know what I mean, bedridden. And then I went and worked regular jobs, bro, like for a couple years after that, you know what I mean, real talk. Like, and as soon as my birthday, January 27th, 2016, that was when it was the last day of my contract. And as soon as my birthday hit, dropped that shit on SoundCloud, bruh. Didn't hear from them since. yeah, we've been rolling ever since.
Have you ever learned to do anything outside of rapping, but still involved in the music industry?
Oh yeah, for sure. It came with, you know what I mean, taking the journey as an artist.
What skills you picked up?
As of right now, creating shows, you know what I mean, mixing and mastering, content creation, editing videos, editing all types of different stuff, you know what I mean, creating cover arts, selling physicals, you know what I mean, selling merch, trying to figure out merch operations and different stuff like that. Just business stuff, you know what I mean? Like the stuff that I wish, you know what I mean, I learned beforehand, 2013, when they were telling me about iTunes, and I was like, what's iTunes? What's Spotify? What is that? Like, and they like, yeah, this is the numbers, but they wasn't showing me no numbers, you know what I mean? So now I realized God was putting me in position for years to figure out, you know what I mean, the things that I didn't know before.
What about producing? You touch on that?
As of right now, I want eventually to get into that bag because I love sampling and I love, you know what I mean, producers who do that. But I have key figures in my life that I throw the ball to, you know what I mean, let them score 100 for real. And they are amazing at the canvases they give me, and I just paint as the artist, you know what I mean?
Right, too.
Yeah.
Home team, you gotta keep it at home. See, you came in with you guys, man.
I got to, man.
I want to shout them out.
Shout out my boy Satchmo, aka ATL Promise, you know what I mean? My people out there in the city know what's up, man. Swiss Army Records in the building. Swiss Army Radio. Me and my brother got an internet radio show for all the indies out there. Indies, mainstream, whatever you want. You know what I mean? You try and get your music spinned on the radio show, you know what I mean? On 24 hours, get your spins up, man. You know what I mean? Tap in. Swiss Army Radio, Swiss Army Records. I got my boy Sheets Track, you know what I mean? Shout out my boy Sheets Track, that's my brother from another mother, man. My boy runs Move Film Code, that's the team we run that helps shoot the visuals, you know what I mean? It helps do all the cover arts and do all the mixing and mastering as well. My bro does beats. My bro Promise does beats as well. These are two of the most electrifying producers that I've ever met, you know what I mean, up to this point. And I just thank God yet again, you know what I mean, for bringing the people around that not only believe in me and what I got going on, but just mutual symbiotic, you know what I mean, connection, and just being able to pour into each other and be able to be, you know what I mean, supportive and uplifting for each other. And need that these days, for real.
Hey man, if y'all ain't never had to shout out y'all peoples, take notes, man. He really put y'all down, man. He really put y'all down, man. That's what's up, though, man. So what you got up next, man? You just dropped a project, ain't you?
Man, we keeping it rolling,
about
bro.
Drop another one?
Gun Chamber, unleashing, bro. Unleashing, bro. Like, that's why I said, man, like, being in that contract, I couldn't drop. I had to, they flew me out to be in the studio with people and literally, you know what I mean, crafting the songs for me. That's why I was like, where's the numbers? Where's the stream? I ain't know. So literally, bro, we ain't got nobody telling us we can't drop. You know what I mean? So last year I dropped 2 projects, you know what I mean, back to back. This year I'm working on 4 right now. I'm working on the 3rd one now, 2 of them in the vault ready to drop. Okay. You know what I mean? once I'm done with these tapes, because these tapes is specific producers, you know what I mean? I'm really in my currency bag, like really trying to provide experiences, you know what I mean, with each individual producer, so that way when the album come and I have my team, they can be like, oh, that was Promise beat, oh, that was Chief beat, that was Pigeon beat, you know what I mean? So that's really me building out like a storyline in the catalog, you know what I mean? At this point, for real.
That's hard. It's 4 quarters. You dropping each quarter? What we doing? You got the deadlines? You got some dates?
The first one coming out at the end of the month for sure.
Okay.
For sure, yeah, that's already.
Visuals behind it?
It's called The Thoughts We Have When We're Alone.
Hey man, those are deep.
He get it. That's what's up. Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Those conversations you have where you think you by yourself, but you having a conversation with God. You know what I mean? And you think you talking to yourself, but really it's God. You know what I mean? That voice, that conscience, that Holy Spirit, that thing that's telling you, hey, you may not be for you, bro. You know what I mean? Keep doing this thing though. You know what I mean? Keep going at that. That's gonna be the thing that help the generations after you. That's God, bro.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
That's all. Why do you think? Because me being a spiritual individual as well. Why do you think in this day and time people are afraid to praise how you praise it?
Man, fear, which is the enemy. You know what I mean? Looking lame, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I think at this point in time, we making it look cool. You know what I mean? Like, for real, like, because at the end of the day, like, I ain't for what it look like. You know what I mean? I already been eating with the people I started with. You know what I mean? I ain't for what it look like, what type of manipulation we can have to make people think what we on. Like, nah, people gonna think exactly what they want to think. You know what I mean? Regardless of what you put out there. You know what I mean? So it's just making sure that when I go to bed, I can sleep soundly. You know what I mean? On whatever I'm doing, whether it's music, whether it's business, whether it's family, whether it's outreach, you know what I mean? Like anything, you know what I mean?
You got kids, bro?
I don't. I'm practicing for when I do though. But I've been, like I said, older brothers, man. I got nieces and nephews, so I've been taking care of niggas' kids.
But have you changed some pampers though?
Man.
Too many. Because motherfuckers like watching baby and don't change the pamper. Parents go home ass shitty. Sticky.
Right. Like how your baby cleaner than when she came?
Yeah,
like,
oh my goodness.
It'd be like that, bro. You know what I mean?
No, that's hard. So Love Village, man, where that brand come from, man? Where the label come from, man? How it come about?
Love Village Records, man, came about in the pandemic. Like I said, I sat there with no L's at my parents' crib. Like, as my parents and my brothers is looking at me like, so, what you doing? You know what I mean? What you gonna do next? Like, what you been on? Because I'm gonna be real with y'all. Before that, they didn't know what I was on. I was moving. I was out here moving, open mics, performing all through the South Side. Me and my boy Sheets had produced our first show at 2020. You know what I mean? Called Spread Love Not War concert. Over there in Jonesboro at Furnace 41. You know what I mean? 41. Like, I was literally
about that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. You know what I mean? So literally, that was our first ever show we ever put together in 2020. This was right before I got my L's taken too. And as soon as I got my L's took, I was like, damn, it changed my whole promotional method. You know what I mean? On how I wanted to do it. But it also taught me how to utilize social media even more. You know what I mean, at that time, especially going into the pandemic, because right when we did the show, it was on Valentine's Day. Spread Love Not War concert.
That's hard.
2020, you know what I mean? And then literally a month later, COVID hit. You know what I mean? So it was from that point on, I realized like, all right, despite what's going on in the world, if we got the opportunity, we gotta capitalize on it. You know what I mean? We gotta go through it. And from that point on, literally, me and my boy Sheets, we ended up going to Miami, like in the heart of the pandemic, while my mom's and dudes like, are you sure? Like, you don't want to take a mask and do nothing like that? Like, what about your court case? You don't want to do it? I'm like, Ma, we just gotta go. Like, I ain't never been. Like, and boom, hit that move, ended up finishing a project, Something to Quarantine To out there. You know what I mean? That was the first project I dropped.
Something to Quarantine To?
Yep.
That's
It's the
hard.
first project I dropped on Love Village Records officially.
That's a crazy name.
Yeah, and literally it was from my shorty to Sheets to Promise to a lot of the people who got me up to that point before I got my L's taken. I literally just asked God, like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, why do these people F with me like they do? You know what I mean? Is it how I am? Is it how I look? Is it what I've been saying on the tracks? What is it? And God just told me it's love. It's unconditional love. Like, they don't even know why. You know what I mean? But that's me. It's God. God is love. You know what I mean? And so Love Village, really God Village. If and I'm spoiling it for somebody, you know what I mean? It's really God Village Records. You know what I mean? It's what is the foundation to what helped me get to the point of literally sitting with y'all right now. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
Literally, I'm like, okay, it takes a village to raise love. It takes a village to raise a child. Okay, Love Village Records.
That's hard, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I was that child, bro. I didn't know. It was a lot of things I didn't know, bro. But in 2020, I just felt like it was a lot of things being exposed. And even now, a lot of things getting exposed, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And people think that exposed is a negative context, but it's just what you feel is the negative or the positive in it, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I really just, you know what I mean, took that exposure and refined it and was like, okay, Love Village Records. That's gonna be the brand, that's gonna be the label that holds all these music from the first project on SoundCloud to the stuff I was dropping on streaming.
For sure.
That's what it's gonna be, the branch. And then I sent the name and description to an old partner that I had, old Hispanic homie from high school. That I ain't talked to in a minute, but it was just pandemic energy, bro, just hitting folks up. Like, I'm like, yo, this is my idea, this is what I got going on, you know what I mean? This is my music, here's a couple songs, check me out, this is what it means. And, bro, send this back, bro. Drew it up for me in like took a couple weeks, and sent the logo back, bro. I've been rocking ever since, you know what I mean? That's why I said I gotta give it up to God, because I ain't painted for him. I ain't put it together for him. You know what I mean? I just told him what I believe. You know what I mean? And this is what he gave back. And that's why I feel like I've been moving ever since. I just tell people what I believe, and they either rock with it or don't. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's how I gotta be though.
Is it just you, the only artist on the record label?
Officially, bro, yeah, for sure, because we don't do contracts. You know what I mean? I done been through that, so it's not nothing that I'm
pushing on.
Yeah, I'm scoping out like, yo, come be with us.
For sure.
Come son. Nah, like, it's not like that. So if people really rock with me, if you can't treat my handshake like a contract, I don't think I really want to rock with you then. Anyway. You know what I mean? Like, for real. If you can't do good business before it's a lot of bread in the business, why would I even take the journey? You know what I mean? For real. So
handshake is a contract too for the ones that don't really know.
Exactly.
PYD.
Exactly. That's why the police be getting folks, because they be signing contracts with their mouth. Don't even know. Like,
Nah. How do you stay so positive in such a negative industry though? Like, how do you just continue to bring positivity when all this negativity is just thrown? All you see is negativity through the industry.
Because my black brother Christ done took it for all of us already. You know what I mean? I say again, my black brother Christ done took it for everybody already. So all this other stuff right now ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I done literally, when I had tore my ACL, went to church in crutches. And the sermon that they had, this is when I was going to a church a long time ago. The sermon they had was literally talking about Jesus' crucifixion. And I literally walked in there on my crutches, sat in the front row, and listened to how what I was dealing with wasn't even comparable for real. And all the people I was hating because I thought just because I was in my situation that they owed something to me. You know what I mean? Like, especially like people who were my friend, like high school.
For sure.
You know what I mean? High school stuff. You like, bro, I'm back in town. You know what I mean? I'm at my mama's crib
sure.
now. I'm not at West Georgia no more. Come pull up on me, bro. Like, I'm down. Like, and people folded. Like, people literally, bro. It was people that didn't pull up, that was staying out there. It was people that I left from school that was sending diss tracks, bro, through Snapchat, like, and I'm sitting, bro, yes, bro, niggas is literally like, oh, bro, I killed you on that song, like, I'm sitting there in Henry County, like, what the, alright, like, whatever, you know what I mean, and it was through that where it it was a new space for me, you know what I mean? Cause I felt helpless, you know what I mean? Literally, like my shorty at the time when she was just my girlfriend, you know what I mean? She literally would come all the way from West Georgia and help wash a nigga. Like literally, bro, I couldn't
do nothing.
Bro, I had to stay upstairs. I couldn't go downstairs. Moms had to bring food, like all
lead stank like hell.
Bro.
Hey, scratch, you got that white hair.
Yeah, bro, for real, bro. And it created a dark frequency in me, dark energy, dark movement, dark. You know what I mean? I was literally in jail, bro. I was literally in a cell. You know what I mean? Just festering in negativity, bro. And I didn't realize until I went to jail how much jail could be just literally how you perceive things. You know what I mean? You said what?
How much time you did?
Bro, I was only in there for 12 hours, bro. It was out. Yeah, bro.
Long 12 though. Them 12 long.
That shit was crucial, bro. That shit was crucial. It was overnight. Yeah. But it was because my boy Sheets. That's why I said. That's why I said that's my brother, bro. My boy Sheets and my wife now. When she was my girlfriend. They was outside that jail, crashing in the whip, trying to get me out all night, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why I rock with who I rock with, bro. Because if they'll do that then, hell yeah, we getting married. Hell yeah, we can do business.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was instances, God just like, yeah, these people is here for a reason. You know what I mean? You're going through this for a reason. I thank God I went through that situation because through my ignorance, I would have been one of those people out there throwing stuff, breaking the CNN center, being in the front of the cars, just being used to push a narrative. You know what I mean? And God was like, nah, you need to sit and watch how this play out and see what happened for the next couple of years too, and then pop out. You know what I mean? And then talk your ish. Like, and that's where we at with it, you know what I mean? And we see how many people either is still fighting the police or just posting on social media.
I don't know. Brick City ain't being built right now, though. I don't know. Them folks might have fought a good fight.
I hope so, bro. I hope so. You know what I mean? We've been out there going strong since, you know what I mean? Since niggas got their L's back. So
for sure.
So we really and truly, it's nothing against police. You know what I mean?
Not for sure.
It's against bad policing. Yeah, I mean, like, it's about anybody who get in any position and just do a bad job. Like, no matter what industry, like,
that's real.
Whether you a CEO, the janitor,
yeah, that's facts.
If you do a bad job, you're doing a bad job, and you need to be held accountable. It's just that, it's that simple, bro. And you may not be suitable for that job. Like,
you scared, don't get caught.
You scary, you jumpy, you got PTSD because you was in the army.
Man.
You got that, bro. Like but they want people like that because they easily control, they easily manipulate, they easily, you know what I mean? It's deep, bro. It's deep.
No, for sure. How long you been here from Belize though? I ain't met too many people from them.
Man, so I was.
He said he was born here.
Yeah, I was born
here. So how long your people
back and forth, going back and forth as a kid. My parents moved from Belize and immigrated from Belize when they was 22 and my mom was like 20, 19 maybe.
Young.
Bro, yeah, they went to Cali first, went to New York, then back to Cali, and back to New York, and then 95 happened and came to Georgia and had me, bro. So, you know what I mean? It's interesting though, because my mom like to call me her little country baby because I'm the only one that talk like this, you know what I mean? But I still be having my little Belizean twang every now and then. But most of the time, you hear me talking like a Southern nigga, you know what I mean?
What they speak? French?
They speak English, you know what I mean? But outside of English is Spanish. Yeah, but my mom, her native language is Griffin, you know what I mean? So that's like pure African descent, you know what I mean? Language for real. That's like, not the clicks, not the clicks. I'm crying. Not the clicks. No. That's deep root. That's a few past generations.
New York and Atlanta.
Exactly.
No, that's facts.
Exactly. And
I had to do music.
I had to, bro.
Cali, New York and Atlanta.
I had to, bro.
They all had a strong hold on the music game.
And just doing my due diligence in my own history and seeing my ancestors with my folk from Belize. Like, I had a great-great-granddad who was playing guitar out there. You know what I mean? So it's in the blood, it's in the spirit. So I had to take it up in this generation, I guess.
You play instruments?
I probably can if I tried, you know what I mean? But my voice is an instrument right now. Yeah, the voice is an instrument right now.
Is this your passion?
Yeah.
Okay. Why you think God really put that on you, or it was something about the process?
But being an artist and
right, and like artistry for sure.
I think it's really and truly mostly because I was the youngest of 5 and I ain't nobody hear my voice, and I ain't have a voice in the house. So now that I got older, now you gonna hear my voice on the track, and they love it. You know what I mean? And like I said, in 2020, they didn't know what I was on, so it looked like I was a bum. And then we was going, bro, I done had to slap box my brother because niggas was trying me, bro. You know what I mean? Real talk. Because they wasn't out there shooting shots with me, bro. They wasn't out there. You know what I mean? If I had my folk out there on some squatted up, like, that's my little brother out here. It wasn't like that, you know what I mean? Until I had to go through the storm, and they see me go through it, and then we are where we are now, and you know what I mean? And it's cool, it's family, and you know what I mean? For other niggas, nah, you should have been on the train when it jumped, you know what I mean? But if we can slap box it out, or you think I'm bumming and you want me to work at the warehouse down the street because you the manager, you know what I mean? And we slap box it out, and niggas is bloody, but we love each other afterwards, you know what I mean? And niggas is still doing what we doing now. It all work out, you know what I mean? It all work out.
So did they know you were doing music?
Oh yeah,
they know you were doing music. They didn't want you to do it.
I ain't had no business before then.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was just out here being an artist.
Makes sense.
I was just out here, you know what I mean? I barely had any until I met my nigga Sheets. I ain't have no videos like that for real. The only videos I did was a couple of here and there. Bruh, I know for a fact, y'all niggas would have seen me worldwide, all this type of stuff, if I was pushing videos and them E-Media Star folks was shooting my videos from back then. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I've been putting out music since 2013. I got tapes on SoundCloud that needed visuals from back then.
For sure.
But that wasn't my mindset back then. I was just still in rap mode. I proved I could rap, you know what I mean? You know, I out-rap anybody.
Bar for bar.
That's not me now. That's not me now. You know what I mean? I had to learn that don't sell for real. You know what I mean? In terms of business now. And you could be the most lyrical miracle artist, but at the end of the day, are you really saying something? You know what I mean? And that's what I had to really break down. And like I said, through my spiritual walk, God let me be used for something bigger than just trying to be the out-rapping dude, you know what I mean? And really was like, all right, this pandemic is happening. How are you perceiving it? You know what I mean? And what thoughts are you having, and what things are you seeing happening to other people, and why are some people getting this vaccine and your parents choosing to get it and you not choosing to get it, and this, that, what is going on for real? And something to quarantine to is my answer to that. You know what I mean? Because to this day, it's one of my favorite projects. One, because it's the super cohesive project, and I got Big Rube on it. And that was another testament to God too, where I literally just Steph Curry'd from half court, you know what I mean, during the pandemic, and you know what I mean?
You can't just pass
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
bro. It was literally, we was out in Miami, me and my boy Sheets, we was working on the project, and I was like trying to figure out, because all my projects, shout out to homie Devon Trev, early on, when in my earlier days, he used to tell me, I like your intros because they set up the projects perfectly. So every time you do a project, your intro better go hard. And this was when I was 19. Ever since then, I make sure the intro is that one.
Set the tone.
Either a skit or it's me spitting. You know what I mean? But the skit or me spitting, it always, like a book, it always sets the what you about to experience. You know what I mean? So from that point on, I was like, all right, I had all the songs done. I'm like, bruh, I need some poetry on this thing, bro. Like, I need somebody to say something on here. And I literally ended up seeing, like, I think I was following Big Boy at the time on IG, and I seen him post Big Groove. And so I'm like, I ain't even know bro was on social media like that. Like, I had no idea bro had a page or anything, bro. So I literally just immediately, something in my spirit was just like, hit him up. You know what I mean? Literally, bro. Like, actually use social media for what it's for.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And I hit him up. And bro, it was cooler than cool, bro. Cooler than cool, for real. And it was really in the space of just being honest and sharing where I was at with it, bro. I'm dealing with a case. I ain't got no bread. Like, it's a pandemic. I'm out in Miami. We trying to finish this project for real. Like, how can you help me? You know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean? Because I already know you dealing with mainstream artists. And I think bro had just did something for Earth Gang at that time too. You know what I mean? So it was like, I'm like, how can we work? You know what I mean? And bro gave me a stupid deal, bro. You know what I mean? At that time. And it's crazy how I had never met bro, right? And we just communicated that way through like text and through social media or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And, I ended up coming back from Miami and working at this studio called Playhouse Studios over there in Fulton. And he ended up coming in with another artist to shoot their visual for that artist.
And shout out.
Yeah, and I ended up literally like, yeah. Oh, you said what? Oh yeah.
That was shot about.
Yeah. Oh, word. Yeah. I used to kind of intern, but not really intern. I was in there hanging out. You know what I'm talking about? I was a cool nigga.
What was this?
Smoking.
What year was this?
This is what, like 2021, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
Like
Cause I feel like they probably was just jumping off.
Yeah, bro, they
okay.
just
opened up type shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
they just
okay.
was popping out. Cause my homies was working there. It was two twins, my homie Marcus and Malcolm, and they literally was hitting niggas while we was in Miami. Like, yo, when you come back, you gotta pull up to the stool, bro. We got the radio joint in here. We got this in here. We got all that, bro. Y'all need to pull up. So I was like, all right, bro. Pulled up, bro, and really on some smoking type of shit. You know what I mean? And was just vibing, and they just really just liked my vibe and just let me just keep pulling up, bro. And I literally would just be pulling up, hanging out with all the artists that would, you know what I mean, pull up and shoot their stuff, give niggas advice, you know what I mean? I guess at that time, you know what I mean, it was post-pandemic, so I looked like the wokest nigga in there, you know what I mean? Like, literally, bro, I'm not capping. It was a shorty, also some OnlyFans stripper type vibe in there, and was literally like, you look like you one of the most wokest niggas ever. Can you talk to my boyfriend? Like, I'm like, what? Shorty, like, what are you talking about right now? She was like, I want him to be woke, like, and he just don't understand it. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like, you want your man to be woke, but you're on OnlyFans. All right, shorty. All right, whatever. And I just left. I just grabbed my slip and left. I ain't gonna lie. I grabbed my slip and left. But that's what the nature of where we at with it in society right now, bro.
This is Atlanta.
It's Atlanta for sure.
Nah, for sure. Hey man, we got a segment on our show though called Put Up, Put Down. We ain't did this in a minute. I love doing this. All right, put up, put down this segment. We gonna ask you a couple of questions, this or that type questions.
Okay.
Put up, that means you deal with it, you rocking with it. Put down, you ain't rocking with it. All right, bet, straight up like that. Hip hop or R&B?
Wait, which one am I?
Put up, put down. Hip hop or R&B? Which one you choose? Which one you put up with? Which one you putting down?
I gotta put up hip hop. Yeah, I gotta put up hip hop. Dang, I like R&B. I ain't like recent R&B. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of these artists was kind of corny, I ain't gonna cap. But old school R&B, can't deny old school R&B. 70s, 80s, 60s, a couple of 90s too. Even a couple of early 2000s joints.
No, for sure.
But yeah, I gotta put up hip hop more than R&B. Hip hop done saved my life.
Put out Larry Jones or Currency.
I gotta put up Currency, bro. Ain't nobody, what? Man, Larry Jones is just Dom Kennedy in 2024.
That's fast.
I mean, if you really listen to artists like that, that's just Dom Kennedy rebranded. You know what I mean? For real. But Currency is standalone as Currency, bro. So I gotta put him up. You know what I mean? Spitter, for real.
All right, bet. Put up, put down. Belize or America?
Oh, Belize. Put up. America, put down. Come on, bro. Come on, it's the Truman Show out here.
Nice.
If you know, you know.
I bet. Put up, put down. Weed. Marijuana.
Put up if you're using it the right way. Put down if you're abusing it.
Put us down on how you use it the right way.
Spiritually, man. Spiritually, just like you can't get too drunk. You can get drunk off of weed too. You know what I mean? Like the Bible says it's okay to drink wine. You know what I mean? It's just not be drunk. You know what I mean? So if you out here getting so faded, you can't even make your kids no lunch. Like that's crazy.
Insane.
You know what I mean? If you getting so faded, you can't get to work. Like you getting so faded, like that's when it's a problem. You know what I mean? But if you spiritually in tune, you allow you to raise your vibrations. You taking time in prayer. You taking time to read. You taking time. You know what I mean? It's different. It's different. You know what I mean? You just don't want to just abuse. Just don't be abusive. Really,
sure.
truly.
For sure. My buddy said his daddy told him, take the drug, don't let it take you. I stick with that shit.
Bars, man, yeah. Shout out
anything, I don't do drugs, but that shit stole me right there. I bet put up, put down, recording or performing.
Damn, Damn, drink change, we take a shot right now. Oh man, that's the stuff. Man, alright, I'm gonna have to put up performing. Yeah. I love recording, I ain't gonna lie. I love when you get in that pocket and it just sounds like you just flowing that joint out. Like, I love that feeling. But performing, when you hit that pocket, when you performing, and it be a whole different feeling live, bruh, and people was reacting to it, and you could, I like that way more for sure.
Do you look at the people in the crowd or you just zone out?
Oh, sometimes both, depending on the song. yeah, depending on the song.
For sure. I bet put down fat food.
Oh, put down for sure. And it depends. Like, if it's like the well-known fast food spots, you gotta put that down, man.
Like McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's, Burger King, Arby's, the one that's on every block. You gotta put that down, man. Put it down. You know what I mean? But you know, it's certain things, moderation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now, if your whole life is Chick-fil-A, you might need some grapes or something, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
That why he's so short.
Sound and
Some veggies, you know what I mean? But other than that, it's straight.
No, for sure.
What you think about the eclipse yesterday, my brother?
I was in the house, man. Okay. I was sleeping.
That one yesterday either. That was like 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah. It was Monday.
I was in the house.
I was asleep.
I didn't even see it. I was in the house too. I just seen, like, you know how it's saying the clouds come over the sun?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn.
It getting dark outside.
Yeah, it was dark outside.
It did feel like it was a filter in the house. That's why I just
No, for real.
It did.
It wasn't really name, man.
But it was interesting. I did end up looking at the sky for a little bit. It was just interesting to see how there was no clouds, and then as soon as it was done, all the clouds came back. That was crazy. But internally, I feel a little, not woozy, but it just felt heavy.
Something was off about it.
Yeah, like something heavy internally. Like I still can't really, I really haven't taken the time to really meditate on it yet. But as it was going on, being inside, I can only imagine what it was feeling like staring up at it and being outside, and you know what I mean? But inside it just didn't sit right. Like, and when like you really tapped in spiritually for real, because we all are human, you could feel what's going on with the human race. You know what I mean? For real. Like, and as energetic and electric beings, when things is happening on an electric level, you really could feel it. That's why water is so important, you know what I mean? And things of that nature, why the moon can affect water and this can affect water and this, you know what I mean? So when things like that happen and you so focused up at the sky and you take for granted what's already down here and what may be happening internally, then you're missing the whole full effect of what was going on.
Is the sky the ocean?
Ooh, could be. Could be. I don't believe we went to space.
So put up, put down, round earth to flat earth.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put it down.
I'm gonna put down round earth, and I'm gonna put down flat earth, and I'm gonna put up the firmament. That's what I believe in. I believe it's a firmament. I don't know the dimensions of the earth. You know what I mean? I sucked at geometry growing up. You know what I mean? But I do believe in the firmament. I do believe the waters above match the waters below. You know what I mean? I do believe that that hella shows and hella movies have shown us that it could possibly be true.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And the Bible say that it's like that. So it's like, I can't deny. It's for me personally, and I already know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with it, but hey, I don't care. I'm so adamant about the Bible is because I believe in all of it. I'm not a pick and choose type of guy. You know what I mean? I either believe in something or I don't believe it. I'm not a lukewarm kind of guy. You know what I mean? For real. And cause I used to be. And I see the decisions I've made choosing myself or choosing fleshly things, then I've chosen God, and where that led me, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And where I didn't want to be at for real, you know what I mean? So it's like, now that I see that world like I see it in that manner, it makes a lot of it make sense, you know what I mean? And then being able to go through, it makes sense, bro. I know it's going.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, you did that in
That's
on camera,
crazy.
We got that on camera. Oh yeah.
Yo, like I told y'all,
That's
man.
crazy.
At the same time, I done experienced shit like that. Yes, we got that.
We getting heavy.
Them cameras ain't turning out, dog.
That's fine.
Yo.
Yeah, that's
Crazy moment. Oh yeah, we got that shit on camera.
Oh,
PuttinYa Down.
I don't even know what to jump.
Let's get back into that.
All right.
Most high.
So what's your? Let's get back on a little more positive frequency. You know what I mean? It got a little, you know. So what's your favorite song that you ever did? Like,
Everybody got dead homies. You said positive. I'm sorry.
Damn.
hey, I'm
Sorry, bro. It's my favorite song, bro. It's one of the deep cuts, bro. And get everybody every time I perform it, bro. It hit too close for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody got somebody they missed, bro.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites, bro.
Okay. What about it? Is it?
Oh, I'm spitting.
Yeah.
I'm spitting, bro. I'm spitting on there. It's a hook, but it's no hook, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's not too
It's a bridge more so.
Exactly.
Speaking your real shit, or you was on your?
It was the first time
I can
I
rap.
No. That was the first time I really. It was 2018. Nipsey just died. Matt Miller just died. He got a song called Diablo where he says everybody got dead homies. And it inspired me, bro. From that, you know what I mean? It inspired me from that point to make that song. When Nipsey died, when both of them died, that song inspired me. And just all the people I lost prior to that inspired me to make that song. And I say them two specifically because at that time, it was so shocking to the hip-hop world, you know what I mean? And that song by Matt Miller is one of my favorites from him. You know what I mean? Video, everything, you know what I mean? So literally the beat that I ended up catching from the homies, and like I said, at this time it was me asking God. Before Love Village Records, it was the first time I tried God for real, in a positive way, and was like, I need beats. You know I'm trying to work on an album, and everything I done put out on SoundCloud is YouTube beats, and I can't do nothing with these. God, I need producers. Homies started coming in, you know what I mean? And that was the first one of the tracks that I literally, you know what I mean, the homie produced. Shout out to boy Glenn Thomas, you know what I mean? And, bro, I just got to work, bro. I'm like, oh, Nipsey energy, Matt Miller energy, my brother energy. Like, I lost my one of my older brothers when I was 10, you know what I mean?
Dang.
You know what I mean? The day before my birthday.
Wow.
Damn. You know what I mean? So since then, since I was 10 years old, death and life has been like in the forefront of my reality. You know what I mean?
Sure. Have you been able to cope? Like, how do you cope differently with death?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not much of a crier in that aspect. You know what I mean? Like, I go to a funeral and not cry. You know what I mean? But not that won't be because I'm emotionalist.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
But
for sure.
It's just because of how I understand death now. You know what I mean? It's not. It could sound pretty dark. Like, I don't want to be here either. You know what I mean? So why are we not rejoicing at this place where literally nigga don't gotta pay bills no more, nigga ain't gotta deal with no drama, nigga ain't gotta deal with nuclear bombs, nigga ain't gotta deal with, you know what I mean, shade rooms, like why are we sad for real? Like, nigga ain't got cancer no more, nigga ain't got this no more, nigga ain't suffering.
Suffering,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? Like, so when I realized that death is the next phase of life, it took the fear out of it. And I think because going through that at an early age and getting so emotional at that age and seeing my brother in the casket and my dad having to take me out that mug because I'm crying.
For sure.
Ain't nothing hit me like that since after when my grandma died a couple years after that. You know what I mean? After that, like uncles, aunties, you know what I mean? Like friends, folk, whatever, you know what I mean? I understand it way more to be able, like you said, that coping, you know what I mean? People think coping is a negative connotation, you know what I mean? But it's really and truly just the understanding of what is actually happening for real, and really praising, you know what I mean, that people don't got to experience the ill wills of being in this world for real.
And hoping they go to heaven and not
hoping
hell.
they go to heaven, not hell, you know what I mean?
No, for sure. That's hard.
My boy need to meet Emo. I don't know, he remind me of Ian. They got the same type of energy.
Same type of vibrations.
What's his name?
My boy Ian.
Ian. I got an older brother named Ian.
Yeah,
I gotta meet him.
Got to. See, already just
It's
like
already
that.
in alignment. Yeah,
No,
fact.
for sure. Hey, man. You got anything else coming up? Got a show coming up?
Leave us with a. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. April 26th, we got our last pop-up show. So we've been throwing pop-up shows, you know what I mean, all last 2 years at a CBD store in off of Moreland called
sure.
Saha CBD Atlanta. 3 wonderful black women own it, and they just been able to take what we've been sharing and, you know what I mean, give us the space to
Hold on, you said
operate.
CB. Where is it?
It's off of Moreland Avenue.
What about?
So if you go off of 20, you go straight down Moreland.
Make a right off 20.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it by
Where?
Lil Azio?
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking
bro, know
about.
exactly what it is. I always tell people that. I be like, it's by Lil Azio. You know that
Yeah,
pizza spot?
okay.
Yeah.
Bro,
I
no.
know exactly what you're
April
talking about.
26th.
Across
Yeah,
the
you might
name.
well pop out there.
April 26th, bro.
Okay.
Hey.
I mean, I'm gonna be there already. I'm already
sure.
be there.
That's in the plaza?
Yeah.
It's right next door to us.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
That's fine, bro. That's what's up, bro.
That's hard.
Alignment, man.
No,
So,
for sure. We ain't
it
on
be
there.
food, it be drinks, you know what I mean? CBD stove, so 420 friendly, you know what I mean? It's just good vibes, bro. We just created a platform where we have an open mic in the beginning, so people who ain't never performed before, if you just need some reps or you need, you know what I mean, experience, or if you got some new stuff you working on, you want to try it out, you come to the open mic. That's really what it's for. That's our community aspect of it, you know what I mean?
What time is it?
From 8 to 12.
8 to 12.
8 to 12, you know what I mean?
PM.
Yeah, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Okay.
Yep. And make sure if you want to sign up for the open mic, you get there at 8. You know what I mean? Because 8:30.
Show starting.
Show open mic starting 8:30, 9:30. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I already got the main acts locked in. We got some dope acts. You know what I mean? To close out the show. That's how we pretty much run it. We got the open mic for the newcomers. You know what I mean? And if you really serious out here about your art, you got a small following or a pretty decent following, and you just need a platform that, you know what I mean, really believe in you and really, you know what I mean, rock with you. You become a main act. You know what I mean?
There it is. Give them the date one more time.
April 26th is Friday Night Live over there at Saha CBD Atlanta. You know what I mean? This is gonna be a dope event. I can't wait, man. It's the last show that we having at Saha. That's sad to say they closing down only because of the gentrification and the mobsters that be trying to, you know what I mean, push
Take
black
over.
folk out.
Oh, God.
Put you down. I mean, so we trying to go up for the last one, man. We was going hard,
crazy.
being consistent every month last year, and you know, moving forward, we just gonna try to. Like God gave me gave me this opportunity with Saha. We just looking for the next one. You know what I mean? We gonna keep it rocking.
Hey man, you got the lights flickering and all kind of different energies going on, man.
Put
you
it down.
got to leave us with a gem, bro. Drop a gem for the people, man. Something that's gonna stick with them.
Even if you don't believe in a higher power, don't just believe in yourself. Because your mind could lie to you, your heart could lie to you, and your body could lie to you. But spirits don't lie. Spirits don't have emotions. And spirits are going to remain spirits even when spirits aren't here no more. So, be spiritual, my friend.
Hey.
Put it down.
Hey, man, that's the way to leave it out, man. Hey, man. Thank y'all for tuning to another episode of PYDcast on the podcast with the Wild Man. It's the big fella, boss down big. Talk to me.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube
To
on
the
all
end of the show, guys.
www.PuttinyaDown.show for the audio. Just for people who, you know, we ain't said
No,
at
for
the
sure.
beginning, so I got to put it in there.
Drop the
Gotta
gym.
throw it
For
in
sure.
there.
Thank y'all for tuning in. You know, it's the big fella, boss down big.
Put it down.
That's the one and only one GOAT.
I'm just LJ.
It's your boy Onelove, man. We out.
Put you down. When I fall off, it be a while I'm putting you down. When I fall off, it be a while I'm putting you down. Put you down. Put you down. Put you down.